Firstly, if you want captions for this video, click on the link below, or the button below that the arrow is pointing to, and that will give you captions. So, this, so to start with, this is a poster about an individual education plan, or an IEP for short. Um, so this poster outlines what's important in an IEP, what an IEP is, key components, and it gives you other helpful links and resources down the bottom, which I'll go through in a minute. So to start with, what is an IEP? An IEP is a written document prepared for a named student. It specifies the learning goals that are to be achieved by the student over a set period of time and the teaching strategies, resources, and supports necessary for those goals. So why so is it needed? Well, from a student's point of view, student well-being is vital these days, as it always should have been, and IEPs are important so that the student feels confident and comfortable in the environment that they're in. The less stress placed on the student, the more inclined they will be to communicate and cooperate and learn and enjoy their time in school. It's a teaching aid for teachers when they want to plan a class, and a teacher has a class to teach as well as the SEN student, and therefore this document will help the teacher plan accordingly. Key components of an IEP are as follows: the learner's strengths and needs, the learner's current level of performance, the learner's priority learning needs, SMART targets. So SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Strategies to be used, which may include any assistive technologies needed. Um, Resources and personnel involved, evaluation plans, implementation of the plan, and a date for review. Now, as I'll mention later, this is a working document, so it should always be updated. How IEPs link to PE? So, firstly, it's a communication tool. So, if a teacher is away of a day and a substitute is brought in, it's a method of allowing the substitute teacher to prepare for the class effectively. It provides support for the student, and it provides clarity to the teacher and the student of what will be happening and their capabilities, as well as providing clarity to the parents and other stakeholders. And then finally, it can streamline progress. So if a student is participating in extracurricular activities with another facilitator outside of school, the IEP will be an integral part of the plan so that the activities can be done in unison for the student so the student will improve their needs. So what is involved? So firstly, you have to gather as much information possible about the student. Then you will generate a student profile which will document the student's strengths, weaknesses, abilities, talents, and needs. It will set priority learning needs, which will outline the needs and the time frame for attainment. You can set the SMART targets and regularly review. So keep document up to date, update with progress, setbacks, and anything else relevant. Who is involved? So who are the stakeholders? Parents, teachers, principals, students, the student if appropriate, special needs assistant, relevant specialists who the child has worked with, for example, a psychologist or a physiotherapist, and others who can inform the process. Parents have the right to request whoever they want into IEP meetings with prior notice given to the school. So what is important? So it's important that the IEP is student-centered, it's inclusive of the student, it's holistic, there's a collaboration between everyone, so that's teachers, parents, students, principals, and everyone mentioned in the previous box. Accessibility, so that everyone can access it and it can be used, and the fact it's a working document is critical. So everything needs to be updated. It's absolutely critical to keep it updated. And then down the bottom here, so you have the link, the QR code to Padlet resources, and the QR code that you would already clicked to view this video. So finally then, what the Padlet entails. So the Padlet So the first thing up is the Epson Act 2004 and the guidelines that followed. So the Epson Act 2004 is the governing act of IEPs. So then in 2006, the NCSE, which is the National Council for Special Education, their guidelines on the IEP process. Next, we have a podcast which offers lots of information regarding IEPs. It goes through the legalities of IEPs for both parent and student. These legalities are crucial also for a teacher to know. Next, we have a YouTube video and outlines for a person not very familiar with the IEP process. It gives a quick synopsis of what happens in an IEP process. After that, then we have planning and guideline templates from, so we have a planning template of what is involved. We have three templates for IEPs, and finally we have a research database that the NCSE have entailed. So they have a database on their website with loads of relevant papers on the most up-to-date issues and goals and research in the area.